Come in.
Hi, Tiff.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. Trevor with LiveQuest. Great to see you. Do you
Yeah,
mind if I have a
likewise.
seat?
Yeah, of course, sit on.
Thank you so much. I have a business card here for you today.
Perfect.
Do you happen to have one for me as well?
Fortunately I don't, but I can just get you one on the way out.
Great, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
LiveQuest operates 24/7, and so do I, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time.
Perfect.
Well, Tiff, I gotta say, I'm really excited to meet with you today.
Yeah.
As I have a sales background myself. I know you're the Vice President of Sales, so I'm sure I can learn a lot from you.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with me.
Of course.
I was doing a little bit of a little bit of research on your LinkedIn, and I noticed you're a big sports fan. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Who are your teams?
Man, just being a South Floridian myself, growing up, I love the Miami Heat. Used to love the Dolphins, but it's kind of hard to root for them right now.
I gotta tell you, I'm from Pembroke Pines, Florida, Fort Lauderdale area myself,
Yeah.
so I'm a big Dolphins fan. I know we're rebuilding right now, but that's exactly what the goal is today, and that's what I want to do with you. We want to build your team. At ReliaQuest, we believe that security is a team sport, and our companies are actually a lot alike.
Yeah.
Just as Paycom digitally transforms the workplace, all from a single database, ReliaQuest offers peace of mind and possibility all in one place. I know we mentioned on the phone a 15-minute meeting. Does that still hold?
Yeah, 15 minutes. I have a hard stop after that.
Perfect. Well, I'll definitely be cognizant and respectful of your time.
Yeah.
So what I have with me today is my draft board.
Okay.
And in terms of building your team, what I want to do is dissect your objectives, goals, and maybe challenges as the Vice President of Sales, discuss a possible solution, and then if you see the value moving forward, then we can go ahead and discuss those next steps.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, great. Just really quickly, have you ever worked with a payroll company before?
What concerns you about who you work with?
Just because what our concerns are for, I just want to make sure you really understand our industry. What I care about is going to be completely different than what the VP of Sales for Walmart or Amazon cares about.
Absolutely. We completely understand. We have worked with over 200 customers, and many of them have worked in payroll and human resources. In fact, we work with these 200 companies we work with. Several of them have incredibly valuable and important information, just like you do, including Quest Diagnostics, Southwest Airlines. So moving forward, you can definitely be assured that we would have all the expertise and knowledge you need to answer your questions.
Okay.
Does that make you feel comfortable moving forward?
Yeah, that does.
Great, thank you so much. And now moving forward, would you be comfortable with me going ahead to ask you a few questions to better understand your situation?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Perfect. Now, in terms of making a decision, who would need to be involved?
Really? So this kind of just fell on my lap, but it would come down to me and Jay Taylor. He's a CISO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Thank you. So if we see that value moving forward, then we can discuss setting up a meeting with him.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of making a decision, what type of criteria do you particularly look for?
And a partner?
Absolutely. A partner and
implementing so really just any initiative. We just want to have a system that helps, me with my goals, the company with its goals.
Absolutely.
A company that delivers on its promises.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, I hate empty promises, and the promises you make me are the ones I in turn push on to my customers. So just want to have something that delivers on what it says.
So you would say trust is a big factor for you?
Yeah, you could say that.
Absolutely, and we completely agree, so I'm glad we share that value.
Yeah.
And now, moving forward, would there be any reason why you wouldn't be able to implement sooner rather than later? What's that timeline?
Really, we're just trying to implement as soon as possible.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to understand a little bit more of what you're going for. Now, why is it that you want to implement as soon as possible?
Really, so we're in the middle of an acquisition with a company out in Spain right now.
All right.
Our goal is to have the same security system in the U.S. as we do in Europe.
Absolutely.
But we're just trying to find the right fit, that a company that understands the market, understands the European regulations as well as the American regulations. We're just having a problem finding that company because
Understood.
A lot are just good on America, some are just good in Europe, but no one really has that dual connection.
Well, especially moving to a new continent, it can be a crazy obstacle moving forward with all these different regulations and rules.
Yeah.
What sort of challenges do you foresee, or have you already had in terms of these acquisitions and moving to an entirely new continent?
We never really had issues with that. Really, the biggest issue we had about a year ago, though, we did have a security breach here in the States about a year ago, where the personal information of our employees was leaked out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, which was tough. Luckily, it didn't make it to the press. So we didn't get really bad issues with that. But, we saw our turnover rate increase. We lost some really good heads. And people just didn't leave on the best terms. They kind of lost trust with our company. So it's kind of my mission now to find the right vendor who can, help us gain that trust back with our employees and then our customers as well.
Absolutely. And I know you mentioned that trust is a very important factor for you. So well, you mentioned, and I'm glad to hear that didn't make it out to the press. So you were able to kind of help that. But in terms of this valuable customer information, What would it mean for you if it did make it to the press and that caused a loss of reputation and trust?
Man, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, our reputation's everything. So if we're known as that company that can't even keep your data secure, then we're pretty much worthless.
Absolutely. Do you know, would you be able to tell me how much that breach had cost you?
We don't know exactly. We have some ballpark figures with employee turnover, training new employees, and all of that jazz. It was anywhere from like 1.5 to $2 million.
1.5 to $2 million.
Yeah, data breaches are expensive.
And does that include all the onboarding, hiring?
Yeah, so that includes losing everyone and replacing them, or working on replacing them.
And how did that even set your company back to spend all that time focusing on this when it shouldn't have even been a problem?
Yeah, so instead of working on growing and expanding, HR team had to take a step back and, find new talent to replace what we lost, fill the hole that we found ourselves in. And then from there, once we fill that hole, we can start going back to the goals and objectives we've had in place.
Absolutely, because like you mentioned, you're merging and you're growing, you're a rapidly expanding company, so that's crucially important.
Yeah.
Now, what would you do with that 1.5 to $2 million that you could have avoided, and not to mention all that extra time?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it could have just been used to, train our employees, more of our salespeople, maybe doing some specialized catered training, bring in some really big names to help out. So that's money that could have gone to budget, just to anything else.
I completely understand that. I'd like to rewind a little bit and talk a little bit more of that acquisition to Spain.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you don't foresee any problems moving forward with that, but are you aware of the General Data Protection Regulation?
Again, I'm just a VP of sales, so I've heard the name before, but when it comes down to all the technicalities, that's kind of, over my head.
Absolutely.
We get asked about security all the time from our clients, but my sales team, I just want to be able to tell my sales team that we have the best security so they can go on and then sell that to our customers as well.
So you'd agree that it's important to you that not only your customers are appreciative and trusting of your company, but also your associates.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had any difficulties or issues with your sales team?
Not necessarily, not too much. They just, we're salespeople, we're not IT security people. So we just want to understand how this is going to help us out, and then in turn, how it's going to help our customers out.
Of course. Now, moving forward, how do you capture this? How do you translate this message to your sales force to really demonstrate that value in your security?
Really, it's just part of our trainings. We'll have specialized trainings all about security, because that is a question that gets brought up a lot, data security, things of that nature.
Now, because I agree, I'm a sales guy. I'm learning more about cybersecurity every day. A lot of us, we have great understanding. How do you, as a salesperson, train your associates to understand this technology?
Yeah, so what we do when they first get hired, we do a 2-week on-train, or boot camp we call it, which is just 2 weeks, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, just learning our product inside and out. And then learning our sales process inside and out. So during that 2-week span, we touch up on security, sales process, different product lines, etc.
Perfect. I love that thought process. And actually, I was on the sales team at my university, and we started with a boot camp as well. So I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Now, have you had any difficulties or delays with this 2-week training?
Not really at the moment. We did a year ago, and we had the breaches. We kind of were putting out those fires, but for now, everything's just kind of getting back on track.
Okay, completely understood.
Yeah.
Now, what would it mean for you if we could shorten that training process for your sales force and your technology team from 2 weeks down to a day, for example?
Really, that's not really a big issue for me. Is training them. It's really just making sure that they know about security, but I guess that would come secondary to that this is the right fit.
Absolutely, understood. Now, I understand. Is it still correct that Paycom is focused on generating revenue as always?
Yeah, we're a business.
Now, what are your personal goals to really drive this revenue forward?
Really just lock down the security thing. That'd be the biggest thing, so that once we get that locked down, we can get our European office up and running, which I'm in charge of as well. And then once we get that up and running, more money.
Any challenges right now that you haven't mentioned already?
No, just really getting the security thing locked down.
And what would it mean for you, especially in terms of delays or halting your expansion, if you can't get the security locked down soon?
Yeah, it could be pretty costly, because at the end of the day, we need to put people in that office, and not having a good security provider can cause us some delays. And at the end of the day, they're going to look to point fingers, and it's going to come out my way and Jay's way.
Absolutely, and it's going to reflect poorly on you. But would you be able to quantify how much that would cost you?
I mean, if we're wasting, it could be anywhere from like about $1 million a month. If we're just kind of wasting all this space and we're not having people hired there.
12 million a year. I can certainly understand how that could hinder anyone's progress moving forward.
Exactly.
Well, what we've talked about today is that you're really focused on expanding your company and driving that revenue as the Vice President of Sales, Tiff, and I completely appreciate that. We discussed how you're moving into this acquisition, trying to go into Spain. Have you ever been to Spain?
Not yet, but I'm excited.
It's a beautiful place. You're going to love your new office in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to help you get there.
Yeah.
We discussed how you can move into the acquisition with the assistance of a great technology force, and also avoid any potential breaches that have happened in the past, and learning from those so they don't happen again in the future. Because again, if that was to release to the press, that reputation could really halt this expansion.
Yeah.
Would you agree with all of that moving forward?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you feel comfortable as now I can present to you the solution I have?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, the company that's going to help you with all of these is ReliaQuest. ReliaQuest fortifies the world's most trusted brands against cybersecurity threats by working with several companies, including, again, Southwest Airlines, Quest Diagnostics, St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We work with sensitive information all the time. With our over 200 customers, we have a 97% retention rate, and we work with our customer total revenue of an average of $10 billion. So you can be sure that we will have all the solutions that you need.
Yeah, just really quickly, I've sat with a couple other vendors. They always just throw these numbers, statistics at me.
Of course.
How good are you guys really?
Now, tell me exactly why you think we may not be better than someone else.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just want to, something too about you guys in particular, I just want to be able to say to our customers that, again, we have the best security team sponsoring us and behind our backs. So,
Absolutely.
What makes you guys kind of stand out in that space?
Well, first of all, I'd like to leave with you a testimonial that I have for you today. It's about another company we work with in your space, and I'll leave this for you so you can read it at your discretion. And they were very happy with the process we provided. We at ReliaQuest have already been ranked since our inception in 2007.
Yeah.
We have been awarded Fortune's best workplaces in technology to work with, as well as one of the great places to work with in Forbes. So moving forward, you can definitely be assured with our focus on internal development, ReliaQuest University, we are going to be that full line partner and focus on you the whole step of the way. We're not going to give you the fish, we're going to teach you how to fish. Does that make you feel comfortable moving forward?
Yeah, I really like that.
Perfect, thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce to you ReliaQuest Gray Matter. It was just released this year. And what it does, it's an integrative technology that fits into your people and processes that you already have. And now Paycom, what you have great process and technology in place that you've built and that you've bought. You've already acquired, you're working on this acquisition to Spain. And you'd like to move in and you'd like to prevent any future breaches. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, you have great process in place.
Yeah.
You are the security provider. We are going to be your partner. Gray Matter uses a combination of technology and ongoing enablement to really help you reach these goals. Now, you mentioned you're moving into Europe, and what we focus on remaining compliant and preventing any mistakes in compliance and regulation laws. The GDPR, as I mentioned, in Europe has just recently been released, and it can cost you up to 4% of your top line revenue, or $25 million, if you are not compliant. Would you agree that would be a massive setback as you move to Spain?
No one's gonna not be hurt by losing $25 million.
Exactly. And ReliaQuest, we're actually already in Europe now. So we will be there with the compliance, tools, and information and knowledge available to welcome you there with open arms. So would you agree that this can help prevent a loss of $12 million a year and help you move forward and really continue to grow?
Yeah.
Great, perfect. Now, I'd like to show you what Gray Matter offers in terms of capabilities. And now you mentioned you had a few breaches in trust. Now, with our Gray Matter technology that will implement already what you already have, you will see a 400% improvement in threat detection capabilities.
Yeah.
That means your IT team will not be inundated with unnecessary alerts, such as putting in your password wrong.
Yeah.
They'll be able to focus on things that are more accretive to business, helping you translate that message to your sales force, and further, then translating that trust and value in your company to your customer. Yeah. So do you see, and would you agree that that can help you prevent employee turnover and loss of reputation for up to about $1.5 to $2 million that you mentioned?
Yeah. This just kind of seems like a complicated system.
Are you not understanding what I'm explaining so far?
I'm just not sure if we can maybe afford a solution this good. This seems kind of like the Ferrari when we're just looking for a brand new Honda Civic.
I completely understand. And to touch on the price point, moving forward, and I know we're running short on time and I want to be cognizant of that, we want to discuss your value and show you exactly how it's going to fit within your company at a very cost-effective rate. We like to compare ourselves to our Ferrari because of our effectiveness.
Yeah.
However, you'll find it to be very price conscious. And I'd love to discuss that with you in another meeting. Does that make you feel comfortable?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. So in order to be respectful of your time, I would love to set up another meeting with Jay, your CISO, so we can discuss more of the technological side, that price that you're concerned about, and then we can discuss exactly how this is going to help Paycom continue to be the innovative leader in payroll and human resource technology.
Yeah, that works out great. Jay's currently out of the country, so
Okay.
I would reach out to Jay via email or give him a call. Tell him that we spoke. I'd be happy to if you drop my name, and then you can make an appointment with him.
Thank you so much.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.